And then I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Well, while we're waiting to get started, I want to welcome Commissioner Werfel. Welcome to the board and welcome to the admin committee.
Thanks. I'm very excited about it.
Glad to have you here. Is it okay if I call you Julie?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Yeah, hey, before we get started, while we're waiting, instead of just wasting time, hey, I just want to give you a little background on admin committee. and what we
We
do.
are live. I just want to remind you.
Okay, I have not called the meeting to order yet.
I know, but I'm just saying. I just want to remind you that you're live.
Okay, so be careful what I say, right? Well, the admin committee, every department in the county is assigned a parent committee. And those, under normal times when we meet, there is a regular schedule that we would see the department head or the elected official, whoever it may be. And they would give us, updates, those type of things. We have animal control under our supervision. So if there's anything going on at the animal control, they would come through us first. And then we would, like if there's a resolution or something, then we would take it to the full board. So you'll learn more about animal control than somebody on finance or PHSC because they come to us a lot. We have building and grounds. That's Todd Johnson. There's always something going on with building and grounds. So we usually see Todd quite a bit. We have the courts. The courts kind of run their own program because they're really under the direction of the state court administrator. Granted, it's our building and whatnot, and we do have employees, county employees in the courthouses. So we'll hear from them from time to time. We have motor pool. Very seldom do we hear from those guys. They just run a pretty good operation out there. We have the prosecutor's office. So the prosecutor, like I say, under normal times would come to us on a regular basis, let us know how things are going, if they have any needs, that kind of thing. We have the road department, which is really a different animal since we've taken them over. But you'll hear from them on a regular basis and you'll get to know the road department a little better too. We have the sheriff, because the sheriff is an elected official, we primarily take care of his budget, his dollars and cents, but we don't tell him how to run his department. He's elected to do that. We also have the West Michigan Legal Services. And I know Mary Drolette was the one who I think she was the deputy director. And she would come in and talk to us occasionally. Since we've gone Zoom, we haven't seen her in quite a while. So under normal times, we'll see those folks on a scheduled basis. Since we've gone to Zoom, we really don't see them unless they have an issue or something to take to the full board. And we always hear it first and kind of sign off on it. And then it goes to the full board for approval. So you'll get to know those departments pretty well. And the other one that I think I left out was the public defender's office. They report to us as well. So you get to know quite a bit about them. And I just want to let you know that I am always available if you have any questions, because there is a learning curve when you first get elected. The county does a lot of things. We do a lot of things very well. And, I'm going to make myself available to you. I know Don and Mike both have my cell phone number. And so they always know how to get a hold of me. I have theirs. So if something comes up that's committee business or board business, I can always get a hold of them. So if you want to do it privately, I'll get you my cell phone number. And if I can get yours, I would appreciate that. As far as how the parent committees operate, we have delegated the running of the county to the county administrator. So Brian, he runs things. If we got a problem, we go to him, basically, and he's supposed to fix it. So that's kind of the order. Then what I would like to do next, and not right this minute, I'll call the meeting to order and get those things done. I'd like to have Mike and Don introduce themselves to you, maybe tell them a little bit about themselves. And I don't want to belabor this because I know we're on a schedule for Annette. So I will now call the meeting to order, Annette. It's what, 10:07 a.m. according to my computer. And
Yep.
would you please take the roll?
Yeah, so just so you know, Jennifer, your normal assistant, is on YouTube. If we have a question for her about procedure or anything like that, she's there to ask. But she's still a limb down, so I'm gonna go ahead and pretend to be your secretary today. So please make sure that you say that you are via Zoom and where you are located. Commissioner Curran.
I am present via Zoom, Niles Township.
Commissioner Majerick. Commissioner Majerick.
Yeah, my push button mute's not working. So I'm in Niles, Michigan, Zooming.
Commissioner Warfel.
I am present Zoom, Royalton Township.
And Commissioner Meeks.
President, via Zoom, Ben Charter Township.
All present. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Annette. Next item on our agenda, or the first item, is the selection of a vice chairperson. Mike, I was just informed by the chair that you're going to be leaving us to another committee. So Donnie Meeks, Don, would you be willing to be vice chair of the admin committee?
Yes, I would. Thank you, Jim. I would really appreciate that.
Great, thank you. Appreciate you accepting. Next item on our agenda is approval of the minutes of December the 29th.
I'll make that motion. I don't believe everybody was there. You and I probably is on.
Yeah, I think.
I'll make the motion, Jim, and maybe you'll second me.
Okay, I'll second your motion then, Don.
Okay.
Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, Secretary, would you please call the roll for that?
Commissioner Curran.
Yes.
Commissioner Meeks.
Yes.
Commissioner Majerick.
Abstain.
Commissioner Warfel.
Abstain.
Got it.
Okay, thank you, Annette. Do you have any resolutions for us?
I did not. I put that on the agendas of everyone, just in case we do have one. I do have one going to finance, but I don't have any for you. And actually, the board appointments, it ended up not having any for admin either. So we can move on beyond that if you'd like.
Okay. Well, then what I would like to do is for the benefit of Commissioner Warfel, if each one of us could just take a moment to introduce ourselves, and Julie, if you would do the same, I'd appreciate it. I'm in my 5th term. I just got elected to my 5th term, so I've 8 years on the board. I think all 8 years I've served as the sergeant at arms. And during that time, I have served on admin, I have served on finance, and I have served on PHSC. I've had the opportunity to be on all 3 parent committees, which has been an enjoyable experience. Like you get different departments, different perspective being on all those. So it's been rewarding for me. I'm a retired from the state police. I was a detective sergeant assigned to fire investigations. I was assigned to the fire marshal division. when the state police had the fire marshal division. They have since sent all that off to be done by civilians rather than by sworn officers. After I retired, because I've been retired from the state police for 18 years, so it's been a while. Then I did private fire investigations for insurance companies for about another 10 to 12 years after that. And now I'm just fully retired and this is all I do and I enjoy it. And I think you heard the discussion between Ezra and Don, you know, about the R and the D and whether we belong or not. We really do. When I was first elected, I was really impressed on how well the county is run and how well the board members got along. We really are a good cohesive group. You know, we don't hesitate to disagree with each other, but it's always about business. It's not about personalities from what I've seen. You know, if I disagree with the issue, not necessarily with you, and it doesn't carry over, or you try not to let it anyway. So Mike or Don, you want to go next and just briefly tell Julie a little bit about yourself?
Okay,
Well,
hi, Don,
No,
go, Don.
you go right ahead. You got it.
Okay. All right, this is Michael Majerick. I'm in charge of Niles, and Niles is pretty much a self-run city, so I don't have a lot of things to do there. So I'm, I guess, a county commissioner at large. I kind of jump in wherever I can. And let's see, I've been on, this is my third term. I've been on personnel committee and this committee for, was going on 2 terms. I don't know where they're sending me now, but I've enjoyed it. It is a learning curve. But after a year, you kind of get it. Not all of it, but some of it. After you gone through a year of things. So don't think you're going to get it in a couple weeks because everything changes on a monthly basis. If you have any questions, you can come to me. I've had several companies. I have 7 kids, 13 grandkids, and I love every minute, and I love helping the community. Okay, Don.
Thanks, Mike. Don, you're up.
Okay, I'm unmute myself. I had to figure out. Well, I'm just kind of. It's going to take a while, Julie, for you to kind of catch on. It took me a little while. I'm still learning, and I've been with Jim the last. This is my going on my 3rd term, and first couple of years I didn't say very much. I was just trying to absorb what was going on. And one thing I did notice is a very well-run board. And very good government. I call it good government, I should say. But I say I have been on, this is the 2nd committee I've been on, but I really kind of like this one. But oh well, not to give Jim the big head or nothing like that. But like I say, you're going to learn at that point, and it's very, very challenging. It's some issues that basically come up, and I kind of wish that somebody had taken care of them before me. But you're just going to have to go, like I said, we're going to have some opinions, maybe some different opinions. But I know that we can learn to disagree. And one thing that you're going to have to, at that point, everybody got their opinions at that point. But that's all right. But we all get together as a board, and this board functions very well, and this county functions very well. We got a great administrator. Great. I mean, if things have been happening, I've been seeing some very positive things that's been going on. And one thing you will see, you're going to notice some changes, but I say you're probably a natural. I kind of watch you today, and you kind of like got right in. And that means, that tells me in my head that you're going to be a good commissioner. What you're going to have, you got the support of the whole board. And the things I one thing I want to welcome, I want to thank you for the card you sent me. And at the point, and I want to welcome you to this board. And this is a great board. And you're going to, I believe, what comes with new commissioner come new ideas. And that's maybe, but we had some great commissioners before you. And it's saying you got, well, like I said, you got some big shoes to fill, but I'm pretty sure you fill them. And I said, I want to welcome you and thank you for your support of supporting the Barron County government. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Hey, and Julie, I forgot to tell you, District 11 is what I represent. And that's Bertrand Township from the 31 bypass to the St. Joe River. And then I have Niles Township, other than the Oak Manor area. So I'm all around Mike. Mike and I are the kind of the Niles area commissioners. So I'll turn it over to you.
I don't know if I mentioned I've been Charter Township. So you just reminded me, Jim, I forgot something.
Thank you, Don.
All right.
If I can just interject for a second, Commissioner Meeks, do you want me to start your video or ask you to start your video? Your video is not working, or did you do that on purpose?
Well, I was kind of feeding my face and I don't want everybody to.
There.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, sure.
but
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, usually when the screen goes blank, if we're eating something. Okay. Okay, Julie, if you would, please.
I love that. I appreciate the welcome, and I have been working with a couple of commissioners that have been helping me to learn some of the ropes, and I appreciate that, and I look forward to working with all of you. My background is I'm an entrepreneur. I worked in corporate America for 20 years, and then I've had businesses for almost 20 years, and I just recently sold my most recent business. And so now I'm kind of semi-retired. So I'll probably be a little bit like you, Jim, and this is it. Pending my accountants and all of that, everything works out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to serving the constituents. I'll be next to Commissioner Meeks as far as where my territory runs. I'm really looking forward to it. I know there's been a lot of, I've heard it from my townships, been to their meetings, and they've said, that we've had some long-term commissioners that have done a great job. And I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Well, welcome, Julie.
Thank you.
Also, Mike, I think you're going to PHSC, buddy. We'll see you. And I guess we're going to get Dave Volrath. So anyway, don't get too comfortable. Okay, Annette, do you have any public comments for us?
I will go and check for you. I asked once. We'll see if anybody responded.
Okay.
All right, I believe you're good. I do not see any public comments.
Okay, thank you, Annette. Because Commissioner Meeks said our county administrator is doing such a great job. I know she used the word great. Administrator Bissett, do you have any comments for our committee?
Yeah, so for the admin committee, we are working through some of the final steps involving the jail construction project. There's been some discussions about punch list items as well as some warranty items. I'll be working to put together a presentation to admin to update the group on where we stand with that project. But I believe that all of you have now toured the jail construction project. Yep, you all have. So I would anticipate within the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'll be connecting with the sheriff and providing a more thorough update on that construction project. We also need to circle back. The public defender started a conversation with the admin committee about the possible relocation of his primary office to locate with the rest of the public defender team. That's a conversation that we'll need to continue because we do have the Church Street building where part of his team is located, and admin needs to offer some advice on the reuse of that building if a move occurs. So my plan is to get you all real busy here in the next couple of weeks.
Hey, Brian,
Yes, sir.
if you would, maybe do a one-on-one with Julie and bring her up to speed on the public defender's office. And then would it be possible for the four of us to tour the new building, the Enterprise building, where they're at now and where they want to expand to? Would that be
Absolutely.
Because I'd like to see it, because I'm clear down here in South County. And I'm not logistically familiar with where this building is in relation to the courthouse, relation to Church Street. I just kind of like to logistically get a little better handle on that. And I think if all four of us were, and it doesn't have to be long, just to give us a tour of the building, their current use and what they are proposing to take over in that building, I think would be helpful if you could set that up.
Mr. Chair, absolutely. Happy to arrange the tour. And I'm working with our newest commissioner to arrange some site visits, a walking tour of the public defender's operation for the entire admin committee makes an absolute ton of sense. So yes, I will arrange that. And if you all are comfortable, we could make that happen next Thursday.
Okay, does that work for everybody else? Boy, there's a lot going on next Thursday though, Brian. I think I've got, well, no, maybe next Thursday is good because we're meeting today.
Yep.
So we won't meet next Thursday. I'm talking about the broadband, and then we'll meet following Thursday. So that might work.
Sir, would you be comfortable with us just scheduling admin to meet following next week's Board of Commission meeting?
Via Zoom or in person?
Well, if we're going to do the tour, I would want to have you physically all meet. The last time we did a tour, we met here, left the building, toured, at that time it was Silver Beach. We've also done Friend of the Court. I think it would probably make the most sense to have you all come to the administration building, start the admin committee meeting, go take the tour, and then come back and close the meeting.
Yep.
I'm looking at Annette to make sure that that makes sense to her.
That's what we did the last time. That worked out perfect.
Okay.
Will that work?
That'll work for me.
The other committee members okay with that?
That's fine with me. Tim.
Okay, Julie
Yeah, it works for me.
and Mike, you don't.
Okay.
You will be here. We better check with Dave Volrath, see if he's available. We'd like to take him along. Okay, thanks, Brian. I appreciate you setting that up.
Yeah, not a problem.
Anything else, Ron?
Brian, do you have anything else?
At this time, no, sir. I will be following up scheduling reminders to each of you, as well as connecting with Paul Jancha Jr. to make sure that there's no reason that we can't tour those two sites next Thursday. But for right now, let's tentatively plan on being at the admin building at 12:30 p.m. next Thursday for admin. We'll then adjourn to go out and take those tours.
Okay, sounds good. Brian, thank you very much.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, there was one other thing that I forgot to mention, Julie, is another valuable information, and she's in the screen right here, Annette. She's kind of the go-to person, whatever you need. She's a good resource. So feel free to use her and abuse her, as the rest of us do.
I have already learned that.
Oh, good. Very good. Okay. Is there anything else for us on that?
No, I believe you're good. I just double checked again, make sure there weren't any public comments on there. There's not, so you're all set.
Okay. Anything else from the committee members? Hearing nothing. This meeting is adjourned. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.